Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Varian RJ. Today we are going to be reviewing quite possibly my best ever game as Blade. We got a total of 38 final hits. Let's get into it. During this video I'm going to sit and explain what's going through my head as I get kills, deaths, assists, and explain why I'm using certain abilities, why I'm doing certain things, so hopefully you have a stronger understanding and hopefully you can apply these to when you play Blade yourself. So obviously going in, leading with the gun, and then I hear the Hulk. Now that is what made me change to my Blade, and obviously as you can see, 3 of us on the Hulk. He is not going to win that battle at all, and I get my first kill. So it was all about just listening for what was near us, and here I'm going for the Punisher because the turret is the most annoying thing, and I do end up killing the Punisher as well. Now as you can see, I got low health. I got very low, so I run away and I get out of there and use my C ability. I don't worry about getting healed from others, and I get off my E ability as soon as possible. Now I can clearly tell here that I'm the only one alive, so I'm thinking about what I want to do to get involved here. Now you can see that the team have pushed up off the point, and I can hear a Punisher coming back, so I engage with my gun and then end up going in with my E ability and dash to finish him off, so he's out again. Getting that Punisher out is so important because his turret is so powerful. As you can see here from behind the enemy team here, I'm trying to finish off the Luna to get rid of the healer, and the Adam is gone as well. So now the team has no healers. We then take down the Hulk as well, and I end up getting the double with the Psylocke 2, and I start chasing the Magneto, and on top of that, the Adam as well. And we end up taking the point back. So as you can see there, I didn't engage on my own. I didn't do anything silly. I took out a Punisher in a 1v1, and I ensured that when my team was back that I engaged them from behind, so they had to look in more than one direction. Okay, so I'm going to pause here. So what happened was, obviously, the whole enemy team were waiting for each other to come back, and they came back as a unit, which obviously is very important in Rivals, and I wanted to put a stop to that as soon as possible. So the way I did that was very simple. Obviously, as you can see here, this is when the whole team came back. I engage with my ult. Now what this ult does is gives every single member on their team a healing reduction, and allows me to pick off 2, get the 3rd with the Adam, and then I, for some reason, me being silly, decide to fight a Magneto 1v1. Now the Magneto was half health, so I thought I would go for it, and I end up getting the 4-piece kill, which I was very, very happy with. Okay, so as you can see here, the team's coming back. They're using their ultimates. We get rid of the Punisher, and I use my C ability so that I can heal myself up back to full health, and I start engaging the ultimate using Hulk so that his ultimate runs out. Our C and D just decided to ult off the map, and we actually managed to get the Hulk down to being just banner again, and I get the kill. Here again, I'm looking to try and get the healer, who ends up popping their ult, which as a DPS you want them to pop their ults so that you can use yours more effectively later on. As you can see here, repositioning up above, because yet again I am alone, and I'm trying to engage a Punisher, and I know I'm not going to win that because, as I've said before, that is too far away for the gun. As you can see there, using my E ability so that I can hide from the Magneto and heal myself. And here I get a bit too ahead of myself and end up getting killed. 3-on-1, probably shouldn't have done that. So as you can see here, every single one of the enemy team is on the point or around the point, and they are very close to taking this here. So I think I'm going to need to get behind, and I'm thinking about using my ult, and I do. And I end up getting the kill on the Adam and the Luna. Both supports gone that quickly, which allows us to take over, and we end up getting 4 of them dead. And then I end up getting the Punisher as well. And then we've just got to deal with the Emma on point. And the Adam has got back very, very quickly, which was impressive, I will say. But now the game is a bit more fair because it is a 1v1. Now I will admit here, you can see that I forgot to take my E ability off, but luckily my healers saw me and helped out. Again, killing the Luna, very important, getting rid of those supports. So we can then focus on the tanks. We get the kill on the mag, and I go behind the Punisher yet again, so we can get rid of his turret. And we take over the point again. And from that, we end up winning the round. So my ult from behind allowed us to take out both healers, and then we could focus on getting rid of the tanks, and finally finishing off with those DPS that were winding us up a little bit. But it is important, as you saw, to get behind the enemy team. Get your ult off, because it gives them that half extra second to stay in that ult, which you can then use to kill them, which is so important. So on to the second round. As you can see, we've got a lot of ults happening, a lot of things going on, and now I managed to escape here with about half my health, and I get out of my E ability and get back in using the teleport as soon as possible. I start dealing with the Punisher, but he ults, and I see an Adam ult, so I use my ultimate to try and get rid of those healers yet again. And both healers are now gone, and I'm using the tree to avoid the Punisher so I can try and take him out. And unfortunately, their team got back in time, and I couldn't do too much with it, but that is okay. But it is important to note that I change targets as soon as possible when I know that I can guarantee kills. As DPS, it is important to guarantee KOs. So again here, the Punisher using his turret, I try and get behind so he gets out of his turret as soon as possible, because it doesn't only benefit me, it benefits the whole team. Yes, I take a death here, but it was so important getting that Punisher out of his turret. Now here, I don't know how, but the Punisher managed to get behind and was trying to drill us and get some kills, but I got some heals, and I challenged a turret using Punisher and ended up getting the victory there. All my team managed to get onto the point, so it was worth the kill. And honestly, even if I'd have died there, it would have kept the Punisher away long enough so we'd have won the point. Now, when I rejoin the battle, it is very clear that, again, I'm going to focus the healers, make sure that they can't get onto the point as soon as possible. And as you can see here, I see Luna. So what I do is I run around the side, get the kill there, and the Adam is there too, so I thought, you know what, let's get both healers down. And I end up following and stalking the Adam so he doesn't revive. And he waits there a little while, but he does not revive in the end. Now, whilst not paying attention to the enemy team do take the point back, but as you can see, the Adam did not res. So I go in and I go to the teleportation underneath, and I'm thinking about using my ult. And I end up using it here to get rid of both the Psylocke and the Punisher in his turret yet again. In the turret, getting rid of it as soon as possible. And we end up taking the point back off that ult yet again. Now I know the Luna is there, so I'm trying to get behind again so I can get in some poke damage. And I end up doing quite a lot and getting the kill again. Now I hear the Adam res, so I try and get in there to get the Luna again. And I do, just so that there is one less healer for them to work with. And then I somehow end up managing to get both the Magneto and the ulting Punisher off the back of that, so that they are both gone. Okay, so here the enemy team have managed to get back in time. Our Iron Man does an amazing ult to get rid of both the tanks. And as you can see here, this time I wait for the Punisher to finish in his turret. And unfortunately, the Punisher manages to get the kill, which was very impressive. And obviously the Adam using his soul bond was so important there as well. And unfortunate death, but things like that happen. And as you can see here, the enemy team end up getting the point, and none of us really can make it in time to touch, meaning the enemy team are going to take it for this round. So on to the final round of the game. As you can see, it's one apiece. We're going to try our best here to do as best as we can. Again, Punisher in the turret. I'm trying to get rid of it as soon as possible to help the team out. And I'm using the environment to my advantage. And I try and focus the Punisher again, because I want him gone as soon as possible. And we do end up getting the kill again. I use my ult to get back onto point and kill the Magneto. And then I set my sights on the Emma. And as soon as I see the Adam, I change my focus and get rid of him as well. Because remember, the healers are what are keeping people alive, so I want to get rid of them as soon as possible. I use my C ability and hide away so that I can get extra healing, so I'm back to full health as soon as possible. Again, getting rid of the turret at a reasonable distance so that all my shots hit and the Punisher is out as soon as possible. And now I'm thinking about getting in behind so that I can actually get some kills here. So I peel round to the side. The Emma does spot me, but I get in and pull the Magneto away so I can kill the Magneto as well. Then I can turn my attention to the Emma and manage to get the kill there too. And now here you can see I get a little bit greedy. I'm going to be honest, I got greedy here. But the Emma goes down and I see my chance and I'm thinking, right, I'm going to use my ultimate very soon. And obviously, as you can see, some of the team managed to get round to the side, which is okay, it happens. And I think the Magneto clone is actually Magneto, which was a silly mistake. But obviously, with everyone on point, I'm thinking, right, I need to use my ult here. I get rid of the Luna again, and I actually managed to save my ult, which is obviously very important. We then take our attention to the Emma, and we manage to get them down as a team. And I use my ult right at the end to get rid of the Adam, so we win the game. And of course, we do indeed get MVP. And as you can see, we managed 60 KOs with a total of 38 final hits. Let me know what you thought of the game. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you guys again very soon. 18,000 damage, nearly 19. 10k damage block with nearly 5,000 healing myself. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Like and subscribe. And this has been Variant RJ signing out. Peace.